Have you ever gone into a situation just not really knowing what was being said to you? Maybe you're not sure if they're talking to you. Maybe you do know they're talking to you, but you just don't know what to say. What did you do in this situation? Today, let's figure out 4 reasons that we can't understand native speakers and then some ways that we can go about fixing it. Are you guys ready? Let's get into it. Okay, so the first reason I think that we can't understand native speakers is that we have a comfort with a teacher or a friend. Maybe you're in an English class now, maybe you have a friend group that you're used to talking to, and you kind of have a general comfort with them, but it's when you go outside of your circle that you start having a problem. What you can do is you want to be able to talk to as many different English speakers as possible, and this is going to be able to help you build up your muscle of hearing different English speakers, hearing the way different people talk and interact with you, and this is going to give you a general overall better feel. You know, when I speak to my family or friends, I don't really worry about making mistakes. I know they're not really going to make a big deal out of me making a little mistake because that's not what's most important. The most important thing is, are we having a nice conversation? And most people aren't going to be making fun of you either. You just have it in your head that maybe you're worried about your English level, or that they're worried about how good or how bad you think that they think you are speaking. But most people, they don't really care that much. And if you do come across somebody that really does care about what your English level is, that might not be the person you want to hang around. Okay? So just get out there, keep speaking to many people. The second reason that I think we have problems listening to native speakers is that classroom English, it's holding us back. You have a textbook. You might have a lot of phrases that you're learning, but when you get out into the real world, you might find out people are not books. People just don't sound like textbooks. So think about the ideas that you're listening to. Think about what the person is actually saying to you and not necessarily how they're saying it, because they might be speaking and using things that you do actually know about, and they're just saying it in a different way. So just like before, you just want to have to really pay attention to what's happening on the other end of the conversation so that you can pick up. And you probably know more than you think, but you're just thinking of it one way. So just remember, people are not textbooks. Okay, the third reason that I think we have trouble speaking to native speakers, it could just be because of a generation gap or just in general outdated English. So just like language is always growing and changing, so does slang and how the way we say things. So meet more people. Watch TV shows and movies that speak the way people are speaking now. Listen to new music. These are just a few of the ways that you can go about getting better and better with your English language. And if you really don't understand what someone is saying, you can always ask them to explain it. What did you mean when you said this? Why did you say it like that? And most people are going to be willing to talk to you and try to walk you through it. Okay? Okay, and the fourth reason that we're going to talk about today is that different accents can be hard. It can just be hard to understand different people. Even in the US, there's different accents from state to state. If I go from my home state of California all the way across the country to New York, there's just a lot of different ways that people speak, different accents, different nuances. And then add on top of that, there's just so many countries and people that speak English all around the world, and they have their own little quirks and ways of going about speaking English. So you can imagine how hard it can be to just keep up with different people, different accents, different ways of speaking, different slang, and the different nuances in people's voices. So the more chances that you have to speak with a variety of people, it's just always going to be better for you to get used to different accents and get used to different people. So let's have a recap. The first reason that I think we have trouble speaking with native speakers is that maybe you have a general comfort with a teacher or a friend. Number 2, classroom English could be holding you back. Make sure that you get out of your book and sometimes go out and start talking to people. Okay? Number 3, Generation gaps or outdated English could be giving you a false sense of what English is being spoken now and how you can use it. And then number 4 is just that different accents can be hard. Now that you have made it this far, how about you leave a comment down below and let me know from this list which from these 4 was the most difficult for you when it comes to speaking with native speakers, or if you have anything that's not on today's list, please let me know. And if this was of any benefit to you guys at all, please leave me a like or share this with somebody that you think this would benefit. Thank you guys for listening. See you next time.